Welcome to DBL. There is a new lawsuit. It's been all over social media. Let's dive right in, involving some Vanderpump Rules stars. It's shocking everyone, even if you don't watch the show. Former cast member Rachel Leviss is suing two of the show's stars, Sandoval and Ariana Madix. This is happening after Tom cheated on his then-girlfriend Ariana with her former friend Rachel, also known as Scandoval. Now, the complaint alleges revenge porn, invasion of privacy, eavesdropping, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. The suit claims that Tom recorded sexually explicit videos of Rachel without her knowledge or consent. Okay, so first and foremost, let's just apply this to, this could happen to anybody, right? So I'll just give a backstory because I feel like this could happen to any relationship. If you are in a relationship or you are a mistress or whatever it may be, or the gender is reversed and you don't give your consent to a sexually explicit video and then something doesn't work out and then that video is passed around, Tori, you know better than anyone, meaning the law. I don't want to...
You know, there's that video.
I've had a couple.
Explain yourself, Tori?
There's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong.
Right?
Agreed. And let's be if you consent to
No, but seriously, this is a problem like with high school kids now. They record
this is
everything
why,
they're on their phones.
right.
Yes.
It can ruin your life.
This is why we all know the term, everyone in the studio knows the terms revenge porn, because it's become an issue with the phone. Now, in California, not only are you not allowed to record someone without their knowledge, where they're from, it's a two-party consent state. You can't have just one person. The second they did that, it was illegal. But then to make it explicit with the sexual video, they have, Rachel believes he has multiple secretly filmed videos of her engaged in sex acts, and Ariana has at least two. She maybe showed others. All of this, it doesn't matter how many people. It could be one person, that's all. Even if it's somehow on your phone, the idea that it's being shared without your consent is illegal.
Is that illegal to share it, even though you're not like putting it on a website and profiting from it or defaming someone? Or is it illegal to film it? If you have it on your phone, is that necessarily illegal?
What if you don't know that it was non-consensual?
Right. Because, well, so I think it is very important to note that she did not know that she was being recorded.
Correct.
And I think that she has a slam dunk case.
Absolutely. What about Ariana, who maybe assumed she was consenting?
Right. So I don't know about the Ariana part, but I do want to talk about the Tom Sandoval part, because essentially what is alleged is that they were engaging in basically mutual sexual
phone sex.
Phone sex.
Yeah, what?
Yes. On FaceTime, and that he recorded her, screen recorded it without her knowledge, which is another thing that people should understand can happen. And then when they were on the show, she asked him about it. And as opposed to him denying it, his response was, "Why would you bring that up on camera?" So he's basically admitting to doing that. He said, "Oh, I thought you looked so beautiful."
That doesn't matter.
Incriminated himself. So I think with Tom Sandoval, Rachel's case is a slam dunk. I don't know about Ariana Madix, or I think there's 50 different Jane and John Does in it. I don't know how they come to terms with it, but in terms of Tom, I think he's in trouble.
Yeah. And there's a lesson here for parents, caretakers out there. Have the conversation with your teen.
1000%.
Please, because yes, revenge porn is a thing and it can ruin someone's life. Okay, it's been over 40 years since The Outsiders became a classic. I love this movie. And now the film's director, Francis Ford Coppola, has shared these auditions. So take a look.
Oh, how old are you, man?
17.
Excuse me, what's your first name again? Ralph. You ever, been in love with somebody?
Yeah. I know you two, don't I? Y'all hang around rodeos.
Oh my gosh, that was Matt Dillon, Ralph Macchio, Diane Lane, and Tom Cruise. In the clip posted on Instagram, we also see Rob Lowe running through lines. A quick close-up. Look at Emilio Estevez, Patrick Swayze reading lines at a table, and the video ends on C. Thomas Howell. I mean, iconic, but also, and I know, Jeff, you love just watching behind the scenes Hollywood auditions, but all of these careers, did they have any clue how famous and successful they would all be?
The movie itself and each individual, a lot of them, I should say, a lot of them. I love the audition process because I've been through it, and it's horrifying and it's terrifying. I have funny stories from it, but I learned something from all the no's, right? When you get that yes, it really means something. But I just love that process because that's not Tom Cruise on there. That's some kid trying to fulfill his dreams. That's not Ralph Macchio. That's some kid, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's their innocence right there. And then they become who they become. But I just love that whole process. I don't know why. It's like...
Well, may I add why this is important? Because this year, for the first time ever at the Oscars, we're seeing a Best Casting category, and I really have to give it up. The casting director found these diamonds and picked all of them. So I love Francis Ford Coppola as the director, but it's the casting person, and I always think about us here, who smelled the chemistry, felt the chemistry, understood the chemistry, and made them who they are. So bravo to the Oscars for opening up that category, because it's a great, great idea.
Shout out to Jen Friesen.
I always say that. I always tell her.
I will never forget. I'll never forget the day that we got the call.
That was our casting director.
That's
our casting director. And she started talking about all of these big projects that she had worked on. And she's like, I've never been so sure of a cast. She's like, out of all of these, I'm putting you guys here. And I was
She's
like,
got a talent, man.
He sure does.
She knows.
And here we are, just sticking it out, just hanging out. 7 years later.
That's right. Friends for life, right?
All right.
You got 4 out of 5.
Oh my gosh. Okay. It is New Music Friday. Miley Cyrus and Pharrell have a new song called Doctor Work It Out. And here's the music video.
Just show me where it hurts. I need to rock you, baby, before your body bursts. Let me work it out. Let me work it out.
All right, what do we think? Oh, Tori's making a face.
I'm just not into this. It felt like a Noxzema commercial with weird hair.
It kind of did.
It just felt very polished, and then it felt like, I don't know, I didn't connect to it.
I've always loved Miley, even when everybody else was questioning. But there's a disconnect about this era to me, and I think it might be something that she is growing into.
Interesting.
Because there's something that's happening. I'm not connecting to it.
Is it the bouffant? Huh?
Well, our creative director, Jeray, thinks that the hair proportionally to her frame isn't quite it's not copacetic.
Yeah.
It's not coherent.
Yeah.
Copacetic.
No, yeah. Well,
I don't know. There's something
conglomerate.
There's something not happening. I don't know what it is.
No, I'm with you on that. Listen, I do applaud her for trying to evolve.
Yes,
she
I
wants
love that.
to be different.
I love that.
She's also a much different Miley than we know. She's sober now, and I do think that she's trying to be this new person, but I think you just hit the nail on the head. She'll grow into it.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll grow into the hair.
Maybe the bouffant she'll grow into.